Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at part 2 of the New Year's celebration, and we're going to see just how much content has come to DBZ Dokkan Battle and what players can do with part 2 of the New Year's celebration. As always, we're going to be starting with the missions, and the missions are pretty straightforward. There's not too much here that most players won't be able to handle. In terms of the special conditions, it is Resurrected Warriors, obviously to kind of sit more in line and basically to take a look at being in line with Frieza, who's the headlining LR of the celebration. But yeah, basically nothing too crazy otherwise, just completing some trips and just completing some stages, so really nothing too crazy. There's also the movie collaboration event, which has released a second part of missions as well, but as along with the originals, nothing too crazy here either, to be honest with you. Very straightforward, so very simple, realistically speaking. I personally don't find it to be too difficult, and most players should be able to handle it fairly straightforward. So yeah, some pretty straightforward stuff, to be honest with you. Nothing too crazy. Then if we take a look at the actual missions themselves, you can find both sets of mission under the King Kai tab, and you shouldn't again have any real issues with these missions. They should be fairly straightforward. I can't really see you having some kind of massive problem with these, so you should realistically be able to handle it fairly simply. Now in terms of the overall kind of stages, like I said, Resurrected Warriors is going to be the special category missions that you're going to be having, so there shouldn't be anything too wild there. Beyond that, there has been some new content that has been added, and the campaign has been updated to feature the content that is present in part 2 of the celebration. There's also a player survey, just to kind of point out for all players, but basically there is player surveys that are currently available. Hopefully players are going to be able to take a look and to see if they can complete that survey and get their hands on 2 extra stones. Beyond that, honestly speaking, nothing too much that is too crazy at all. For the most part, just some new content. Super Battle Road stages have been added in. We also have a new Super Strike mission that has been added in. We also have a World Tournament coming up, which is pretty helpful for a lot of players. And yeah, that looks like pretty much it. A new stage has been added to an Easy A area. So honestly, there's not too much in terms of like the overall events or anything like that that seems to be present at any given shape or form. I think for the most part, a lot of the stages shouldn't really have that many issues, and a lot of the new events are fairly straightforward for players to understand. There's big stones in the World Tournament, over 50 of them are available. And in terms of the movie collaboration, we do have 2 more sets of stages coming out for the Ultimate Red Zone. There's also a chain battle that's currently up in terms of the like capabilities and things like that. So some decent content. Obviously, I think players can always look at improving in terms of what they essentially want to do in DBZ Dokkan Battle, but realistically there's not too much at this point in time. I think it's a little bit barren. I don't think it got too much better with this content that's been added, but hopefully there'll be some surprises down the line. Hopefully they'll kind of start working into some new content next week. But yeah, right now, generally speaking, this is when a little bit of a slower period begins on the Dokkan side. So yeah, that's going to be it pretty much in terms of all the content. As I said, the Extreme Z area does have some decent content, but for the most part there's nothing too wild for like this period, I want to say. So yeah, generally speaking, some pretty normal stuff, and hopefully you guys can obviously get yourselves around the content, just enjoy the content and try and obviously do what you can with the content. But it is a little bit limited, if I'm honest, so just keep your eyes out for that, because yeah, it is somewhat limited overall. But beyond that, that is pretty much the content. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Over 130 stones in total. The vast majority of that comes from the brand new World Tournament. And obviously there is a new banner to summon on, which we'll talk about later on in a save or summon video. But yeah, there are discounts, and we'll discuss whether it's worth your time. But that's pretty much going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'll see you guys in the next one. But otherwise, yeah, that's going to be it from me. So see you guys next time. Have a good time. And as always, bye.